If you know what this topper is, then you know how rare and how valuable it is. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I was going to show you today my 10 out of 10 SSL game for the Super Solid Legend rewards in Rocket League. But the players that I played with, one of them, a mysterious man that popped up in my Twitch chat one day, showed me something that I've never seen before in a Rocket League trade. I might have access to the VOD. If I do, I'll insert it. But if not, I have got screenshots. I know that much. And he showed me everything. Everything. You might think that's hella cryptic. What does that even mean? It means everything. I don't know if these are like hacked items. They're probably some kind of mod. I think he said it was a plugin. I don't quite get how that works. All right, so the audio from Twitch was muted due to music and stuff like that. But the guy asked me to trade with him. This is my voice from, a voiceover. And he puts in, first of all, that. I mean, you can see my face. I'm genuinely intrigued. I was not expecting him to show me something of genuine interest to me. Then there's disbelief. Confusion. I'm leaning over to take a screenshot, and he shows me the entire damn set, which is absolutely insane. I mean, even in the trade window, the items look different, but he said the actual appearance of the white hat for him hasn't changed. Of course, he has alpha items, because why wouldn't he have the entire alpha set, including the beta nugget, which is mental to me. And I just couldn't believe it at this point. I was actually seeing this in a trade window. I literally couldn't believe it, as you can see in the chat. And then he showed me some more stuff. That was not it. I thought nothing could really top that. I wanted him to wear one, of course, so I could see if there was any actual differentiation. But as you can see, his car's jolting because he's changing it and there's no differentiation. But he shows me another trade window that was arguably more insane than the previous one. Look. It's just me, yeah. I can't believe it. An entire painted Gold Rush Alpha Boost set. I would love to see what that looks like, but I just asked him, I was like, what is this? Are you a hacker? Was it a mod? What on earth has happened? So I asked him in the chat, and I'm just absolutely stunned. Titanium white Alpha Boost, all that good stuff. And then he tells me, of course, what it actually is after showing me the mystery blanket car. I've had this in a crate before, an actual glitch crate, where it showed me the mystery blanket. I think I got an import from a golden egg, and I got the mystery blanket, and I, wanted to clickbait it and stuff, because that was kind of funny. But basically, I think it's a plugin that he has, that it's a client side that only he sees. But still, I was not expecting that. Nevertheless, as you can see at the top, we've been searching this entire time, trying to do a rumble grind, and you're not going to believe how it ended. Imagine these were actual items in the game. The white hat, the painted versions apparently didn't appear different to him, but they're still painted in the inventory. That in itself is... all those, that entire set is probably worth, if it was real, it would be over $100,000 we're talking here. The Alpha Boost painted set as well, probably another $100,000. In fact, way more. You could buy a house with what he showed me. A real, actual house. So not only was this guy cracked at Rocket League, he's a little bit mysterious. I don't know what's going on with that trade. I don't know. Have you ever seen anything like this in a trade window? I know back in the day there were sort of ghost trades, things people could do, glitches and things like that. I've never done them, and I never will. But best believe I was shocked when I saw that. I really was. I don't think you can even make a painted Alpha Boost show up in the game. I don't know how it looks for him. But imagine a crimson or a black Alpha Boost. That would be weird, but also cool. A titanium white Alpha Boost. Imagine how good that would go with my car. But nevertheless, please do drop a like, subscribe down below, and whether it's a replay analysis or just the VOD of the game, here is the 10th game that I promised in yesterday's video that won me the Super Solid Legend rewards. And the reason I show you this game in its entirety is because it wasn't just any game. It was unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Be sure to use code PixelArmy in the Rocket League item shop to support the channel, and also keep an eye out on supporter creator related giveaways to you lot that do support me. Massive shout out to all of you, and enjoy the video. So due to music and copyright and everything, I thought it'd be safer if I actually just did a voiceover of the situation. This is the game to win my 9th SSL reward match, and it was against a really good player. The guy on the roof right there, he scored both their goals. He was one of the best in the world, according to my teammate. I think he was playing on an alt account. A lot of people were playing on alt accounts tonight, so we were coming up against genuinely the best of the best, top 10 players, that sort of thing. And we needed to win this game and then one more to get SSL rewards. And we were only playing until we lost. This was about 3.5 hours into the grind, and it was looking sketchy because this was one of our hardest games. Most of them were quite easy, but this one was very difficult. As you can see there, portions of the video have been muted due to copyright and stuff like that. But 4 hours in, and it's getting a little bit ropes. We're 40 seconds into the overtime. It's 2-2. And the thing with Throwback Stadium is it's quite hard. It's a lot harder than most maps to actually convert a goal because there's no backboard. So it pretty much has to be perfect. There's a lot of time wasting during the games, just fiddling about with the ball behind the net. Like, you wouldn't have times like this where you basically can't score in a regular map because there's no backboard here, whereas in a regular map there obviously is. So I get teleported out. I'm scared. I have a plunger here, spikes, the grapple plunger combo, and then boom, outrageous. And I cannot believe it. The really good one left immediately, of course, because he can't believe what he's just witnessed. The pick plunge into the net, and that is 9 out of 10. A really long win streak on US servers because we thought USE servers would be easier, and they definitely were. But the final game, we decided to queue EU. And what a game that was. Absolutely phenomenal. What a finish. And as you can see, 9 out of 10 wins. I think also if we won the 10th game, Top Models account would be also promoted to SSL. So that was the goal. As you can see, the ping wasn't great on USE, so we did the final game on EU servers. We've taken off USEs there, going Europe, and then we find a game rapidly. We saw a lot of the same sort of people at this high rank because it's not very densely populated, of course. We've got the game, and here is the final one. And I have to say, I'll just preface this by saying I have never seen a run of power-ups so lucky. And you might think I'm making excuses, like, you know, excuses RL joining the game right now. However, the team we're playing against for the first half of the game, I've never seen a team so lucky with power-ups. And you're just going to have to watch and see. I'm not going to cut anything out of this game. I will take moments of silence where I don't really say much. So just vibe with the background music, I guess. But genuinely, I've never seen a team so lucky with power-ups. And we sustained a heavy trailing lead for the other team, of course. Absolute whiff from me there to start with. I misjudged the bounce off the corner. I think we were all a little bit nervous. I was definitely nervous. It was nearly 4 a.m. at this point. We were 4 hours into the stream, and I've thrown immediately by missing that corner bounce. And feel free to look at my face whilst this game goes on. You can see the tilt, the anger, the lethargy. Everything is in this game. Luckily, we do get a kickoff goal back. My teammates were really, really good this game, of course. They've been good the entire time, and I just think it's been a fantastic performance, and you're going to want to see the rest of this game. Obviously, at the moment, it's 1-1. We don't want to make too many mistakes. I try and save that punch, and I get very, very annoyed because, obviously, you want to, basically with the punch, you want to either save a guaranteed goal or score. You can't really do much else with it, so you can't use it loosely, but obviously, if they then have a punch, it's very difficult to react in that scenario. There's nothing I could have done. I couldn't have foreseen that. And little was I to know they were going to have the luckiest run of power-ups I've genuinely ever seen in my life. And I've probably played about 1,000 Rumble games in my lifetime. And this one takes the cake. We had, you know, some kicks, but they were having punches and plunges. We were getting teleports and speed boosts, and it was very hard to compete. We actually managed to do it fairly well. By that, I mean we didn't sustain a massive trailing situation where we were like 8 goals down, even though they had some good power-ups. So currently 2-1 to the other team, but at the moment we're not worried. We've been on a winning streak. We have that momentum. We're only 1 goal down, and we have 4 minutes to rectify that. I have a punch there. I say I'm going to be annoyed if we concede with that in my tank, and the teammate does make a very rare whiff, and they score another goal. So again, all of us just feeling the pressure there. As you can see, that's normally bread and butter for him, but he missed it, and they scored. We go again. That item luck says Noddy. Fuzzy didn't like that, and I think we were all just right at our wits' end at this point. Some really good power-ups for them and some really poor play from us. Not what you'd expect from an SSL team that's gone on, at this point, an 8-win streak in Rumble at this point. Try and chip it up. Got it past 1, but again, another teleport. Not much I can do at this point, and they have, of course, another plunger, but still 2 goals down with 3 now we're 3 goals down, and it's due to a punch plunge combo. And as you can see, I'm just in disbelief. Another punch plunge combo, and it's at this point we're saying in the chat, like, what's actually happening? Don't get me wrong, they used that very well. Noddy, that punch, that was very good. They said, I think someone is triggered in the chat. Can't fault the way they've used their power-ups, but we're very shocked as to how they've had such good luck. I mean, like, in this last minute and a half, can you remember a bad item they've had? I can't either. It's been pretty outrageous. Can you remember a good item we've had? Only me, when we've conceded, have I had a good item in the tank, so I haven't really been able to use them. There's another plunger for them there, which is obviously just gonna, you know, get to my tilt a little bit. I did see a tornado for them, which is, you know, not great, but they had spikes. I've got a teleport, and at this point, I'm just kind of over it. So let's see how this goes. I try and teleport him onto the ceiling, just trying to get him out of the way, really, see if we can do something. Hope my teammates have a good power up. But I'm dead, and I'm annoyed about it. But still, only 3 goals down, so that's a goal a minute. He had another punch. Luckily, we didn't concede from it. I have spikes. He had a grapple, which is the perfect counter to spikes. And there's another plunge, which I was just couldn't believe. So not only when they're scoring goals, they have good power-ups, they just throughout the first half of the game, you cannot deny, had phenomenal power-ups. A grapple, punch, and a plunge combo multiple times. And I'm literally saying right now, are you seeing this? Because I can't believe it. From a team that was so dominant, we're getting dominated. Now I have a plunge. And they have a punch to get rid of it, which I can't believe, because I felt like I could have scored with that plunge had they not had a punch. Luckily there, I think that miss was more key than anything else in this game. Had they gone 4 goals up, it would have been very, very difficult to even try and make a comeback. But we get a decent goal there to make it 4-2, and I can't believe that we're still in this game. Top Model saying this is so dumb. It's genuinely, like I said, and we'll keep saying, and I'll say it till the cows come home, which is never, you know, it's been a lucky game for them, but we're still in it. And I said at this point, you know, it just shows how good my 2 teammates are. The fact that we're still in this game, only 2 goals down with 2 minutes to go, which isn't bad. A goal a minute if you're on form is doable for sure, but it shows how good the teammates have been, that we're still in this game despite the onslaught of good power-ups that they seem to have. A grapple, that tilted me, because that's the only thing that could have stopped him getting faked from that freeze that I did. But still, we score another goal, and we're only 1 down. And that's what I'm saying there. It just shows how good these 2 are, the fact that we're still in this game. And they've had, what's that, 9 shots to our 4, and they're winning 4-3. So at the moment, we're doing well. At the moment, I'm singing along to John Legend in the bottom left corner, so obviously that can't be on YouTube. Here we go. 4-3 now, 90 seconds to go. This is going to be the last game of the stream, whether we win or lose. In a bit of a tricky situation there, but Top Models with a lovely read, a lovely punch into the bottom corner. And at 4-4, they are rattled. They feel like they've obviously thrown a huge lead, and with the power-ups they have, that's not something they can do. So really, I think that kind of shaped the last 90 seconds. They didn't want to get beaten with the start that they had, and we didn't want to lose with the start that we had, the run we've been on, and what was riding on it. So essentially, we played out a stalemate for these final 1 minute and 20 seconds, and it ended 4-4 and went to overtime. I had to use a plunge there to counteract their punch, of course. So I'll skip over this minute. I don't think there's much that really went on. A lot of tentative plays. No one wanted to make a mistake, and it went to overtime, and I really thought we'd won there. I really did. But I think that's pretty much it. And I think we're going to overtime. So this is it, a 4-hour stream, not to mention the 9 win streak at the end. All comes down to this. If we score a goal, we go to bed happy. We're supersonic legends. And if we miss, we don't win, we go to bed with 9 out of 10 SSL wins, and we have to come back another day. I try and finesse it down into the goal. Didn't use the power-up to try and get it in. I thought it goes in after he missed the spikes, but he had the perfect power-up, the grapple, to get rid of it. And still, there's a lot more Rocket League to be played here. They were really piling on the pressure as well in this first minute or so, but we held firm. We didn't have any too many scares, too many close calls or anything like that. I would have hoped to have put that at least on target. If I put that in the top left corner, it goes in. We missed that punch there, and at that point, I'm fearing the worst. He has spikes. We miss a punch, and I miss an open net. Well, not an open net, but I missed the shot on target. And I'm thinking at this point, it's destined for us to concede. Massive shout, of course, to Clipsy the First for gifting subs and subscribing on Twitch during this moment. I did, of course, shout him out, but at the moment it was very difficult to do so. Thought maybe we could have scored with the spikes there, but we can't get it round. It stays wide, and it stays all square on this game, the final map. It's hard for me to tell what stadium we're actually in right now off the top of my head. Is it Champions Field? I can't tell. It looks pretty epic. It looks like Champions Field. The Field of Champions, potentially. I could be wrong, though, so I'm going to stop saying that. Spikes here, I'm fearing the worst. And luckily, it runs out and the plunge saves it. And I'm thinking, maybe we can get the winner here. I feel like I said he doesn't miss these, and then they punch it, but it goes wide. We're still in. My heart was in my mouth there. I'm getting second-hand nerves watching and commentating on this right now. Like, you don't understand how many hours I put in. I mean, the entire season's worth of work, every SSL win, every ranked win I got in Rumble has led up to this game, and that plunge scared me. We managed to get the double jump, genuine mechanical save, no power-ups involved, saving the plunger. And that's where I thought I had that little shred of belief. I thought if I can save that and we can continue here, maybe we can get the win. I get the spike save, but it drops in a very precarious position. So I'm very nervous as well. I try and go up and block it, but unfortunately miss. I'm just heading back to try and stop it. I'm scared of what's to come here. They whiff it. They put the grapple. I have no idea if they're going to score here. And it looks like they should, but they put it wide again. That's a huge miss in overtime. I can't believe it. My reaction was very understated, but I don't think I realized how truly close they were to breaking the deadlock and winning the final game there. That was too close to call. He has spikes. It comes off the cart, and I managed to just clip it wide. I want to get this boost, drop a little 3-point turn, and I thought that was in as well. I didn't see my teammate in net. I thought that was curtains, and now we try and get the magnet for a little air dribble bunny hop situation. I think it's in, and they have another plunger, and at the moment, I'm bereft of all confidence. I don't think we're going to win. I don't see how we can win. I have to let it run, hoping they don't have a punch or a plunger or anything like that to score it, because at this point, I've seen it all. The amount of good power-ups they have, I wish there was some kind of counter or tally, because the results would be crazy in their favor, yet we're still in a deadlocked overtime after 3 minutes of overtime as well. So it's absolutely insane right now. A little bit of a whiff there. I see they both have spikes, so panic, cooks it, pinch it away from them, because we can't be letting them spike it at this stage, because we'd have to rely on a power-up to save it. I think I can score an angle there, but of course they have another haymaker. Luckily, the teammates defended that very, very well and kept us alive in the game. 3:32 now, still 4-4, and it's anyone's game. If you had to pick a winner, I don't think you could. I genuinely don't think you could. They should potentially score from here. He drops the power up too late. If he uses that power up a second earlier, it's a much more powerful drop. Maybe the grapple breaks. You never know. But now he's coming with the magnet. One man to beat. He beats him. He hits it away. I freeze it as soon as he hits it. So he's out of the game. No boost. And then we win. We take the win. And as you can see, I'm so gassed. 4 minutes of overtime. We freeze it after he gets out of the way. No boost. We flip it into an empty net. And that is it. Supersonic Legend rewards completed at 4 a.m. after hours and hours of queuing. We finally did it, and I told you you'd want to see that. The luckiest game for the other team. We bring it back, and then a crazy overtime. And that just about does it. Supersonic Legend rewards. And as well as that, I have a look at my MMR later, and it actually was enough to put me into the top 100 in the world. And that game, the 9th game on throwback against that really good guy where I got the plunger overtime. That's it. We've done it. 1486. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Ah! Let's go. Oh my God. I didn't even know that was part of it. I didn't know my MMR. He scores the overtime winner to break the top 100 in the world. Wow. Mental. Flying in a missile, haters throwing shade, never pick me, not an issue. I am a beast, I'm at the top, I run these beats, I hold my spot, so stop before it hits you. It's pick up, pixel.